come from a family of four. Like everybody did something musical. With music was I come from a family of teachers, professors, musicians, and preachers.
Right.
Like this is a side note. My dad studied theology with Martin Luther King Jr. The King family, my family were very close. Like so during the civil rights movement time, uh, my grandfather was actually the president of the NAACP chapter in Austin, Texas.
All right.
And
Respect.
a
Right.
lot of different things were going on. Uh, so he sung, and he was very much into opera. His mom, my grandmother, played organ, and she was great. you know,
Right.
Pedals, everything.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and my brother Daryl, he played drums. And when I was 11, I went to play on his drum set, and he was like, "Don't you ever touch my drums again."
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I can see
yep,
how siblings
yeah,
be.
Uh
yeah. I thought he wasn't home. I thought he left, and
huh.
so my oldest brother, though, he was cool. He gave me my first drum machine,
hmm
and so I
I,
marched
I,
in the.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off. Can you give me a time frame? Like when was this?
Okay, okay. Well, I got my first machine in well, actually, I how keyboards had like pads. Casio started first making the
Oh boy,
keyboards with like pads on it.
the Indiglo face. The Casio with the Indiglo.
I don't even remember. I don't remember the model number, but it had like these orange pads on it, like four of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do y'all have did y'all have service merchandise? A Radio Shack?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Radio
have Radio
Shack.
Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I used to go and play on this machine, and then I got it.
hmm
Uh, my mom got it for me, and so then after that, somewhere in the Cincinnati hat because that was that period. But I'm actually from South Carolina.
Okay.
Right. Great.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah,
Word.
Shout out to South Carolina, by the way.
yeah,
Well, sure.
yeah,
Shout out South Carolina.
yeah. Man. So in '86, yeah. Let me go into this. So where I grew up in Cincinnati, um, it was a hard area. Like there was drug dealing and some everything, and where I lived, it was the basketball court, and so everybody came to that area to hear the mixtapes that I was doing, or I played basketball with them because I didn't know whether I was gonna pursue basketball or pursue music because I could have got a scholarship when I went to Central State University.
Oh,
Nice.
That's
So you
that's
can
yeah,
ball.
you might have been. You might have
I
been
had, I was a
David
point guard.
Bucket Chains.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh
I
man.
was, I was a point guard.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
nice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up.
yeah, I played the
David
point.
Buckets Haynes.
You know,
Like David Dimes Haynes. You
right?
know what I mean?
Slumping,
I got a
slumping
few. I
and
got a few
dunking.
for you right now, but I'm a
Yeah,
chill.
yeah, man. So, um, but things got to a point where I got depressed and just dealing with all kinds of family stuff, and so I was in a mental institution. I was at Emerson North Hospital in Cincinnati. That was '86, and they did all kinds of tests to try to help me come out of it. I was at a point where I couldn't look anybody in the eye, couldn't speak, or articulate my ideas. And finally, one guy had an idea to try music therapy.
Okay.
And slowly but surely, that's what started to help me. That's when I realized, what, this is what makes me happy. I'm having fun doing this. And I think it was April of '86 when I got out, and then my oldest brother gave me um, a RX-11 Yamaha, and so that was like when you got the two rows of eight,
Yeah.
no dynamics, you know what I mean, no
Right.
velocity.
Right.
The
Yeah.
the pads are like the Roland R8, if you remember
Right.
that machine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
do.
You play,
Right. It's just what's there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The
Like you
same
gotta
standard.
turn it up yourself. Like there ain't no
yeah,
there ain't no touch sensitivity, none of that.
nah, nothing like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I got that. My brother gave that to me, and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, man, I was like, I don't want this. So I went to a store to try to trade it towards something, and the guy said, I'm not giving you nothing for that.
Yeah.
But there was a customer.
Yeah.
There was a customer that was looking for that very machine. And he said, listen, I'll trade you my Leasys HR16B. You know, that's the first 16-bit machine.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like, okay, all right, we try. I tried out for a week. So then after the week, right, I call him back and his number's disconnected. So
Uh,
I was stuck with that machine, but that machine happened to be the same one that I played almost 20 years. You know, if you see all the old videos,
Mhm.
yeah.